And welcome to the super fun, awesome, happy time pedal show. My name is Gabor.
Hey, welcome along. I'm Alex. We're going to check out some Dimension chorus today.
We've got a dimension off.
Yeah, I guess so. Why not? Hey, this is the MM4 from line 6, bit of a classic box, and the Dimension C, the Watercraft one.
DC-2w.
From Boss.
Yes. So we've got the kind of Watercraft reissue of the rack mount Boss thing, of Roland thing, and we have the Dimension setting here, which is the line 6 version of the old rack mount thing. So who's closer, Boss or line 6?
Or we don't have a Dimension D to shoot out against, so I guess which one's better for...
Brad's got one, doesn't he?
Yes.
Maybe we can do that one time.
Sure. And so which one you like best is probably the bigger question.
Let us know in the comments below.
And there's a place to do that, yeah. Also, hit like and subscribe, and give us a thumbs up if you like the video, like what we do, and much appreciated.
Yep. So, the way we've got it set up is we've got Alex's blue guitar, which is Larrivee RS2, I think it is. Lots of people ask about it. Larrivee RS2. Going into the Dimension C, then stereo out into the stereo in of the line 6, and stereo out into, there's a DI here, and we're going into this.
Yep, that's how it works. That's how science works.
So direct into Logic, and are we using amp sims?
Yeah, just a very clean amp sim on the UAD platform.
Yes, which sounds like this.
So we can check that.
Hang on, if we turn it off. Okay, let's start off with...
Clean.
So I should mention it as well. So we set on the Dimension setting. Here you have 4 buttons. Here you have the first 4, not mix. We'll keep mix all the way up. But they're like switches. So basically once you go past 12 o'clock, it turns on. If you go below 12 o'clock, it turns off. So at the moment, that's on. So we've got switch 1 on here and switch 1 on there. So let's start off with this. So we're on the, let's go on a SDD to 320. So I think that's meant to be like the rack mount one.
Cool.
So let's go on that, and let's start off with that. And it sounds like this.
Nice. This one's kind of slightly more vibey, chorusy. Nice.
Let's try it. Okay, let's try, I don't know, let's go to really the stronger setting, and then we'll do two buttons. Let's go with that, number 4.
4 it is.
Now, hang on, I gotta now turn that off, make sure that's off, turn that on. Okay, now we're number 4. It's maybe less subtle.
Yep. I think it's more like a chorus and less more like... This is more like a widening type effect.
It's so
it's not a trad chorus.
To make things wider.
Yes.
You can watch the full video on that here, by the way.
Like that.
It widens. Let's try. Okay, so now, let's start with this, because I always have to... I mean, I could save multiple presets, but every time you turn it on, it goes to the preset, which is just the first button in.
Yeah.
Let's now do, for example, let's turn all of that off. So technically now it shouldn't do anything. Let's turn on number 4
Should be dry.
and number 3.
3 and 4, you're crazy, man.
I know, and do that same thing here.
Now there was.
To me, that one, it sounds like what you were saying before. It in the room here, and maybe listen to this with headphones on or with good speakers.
Get 2 iPhones and put them like this.
Don't do that. No, the Boss one, to me, what it does is everything seems to, it's almost like 3D, somewhat 3D. Whereas that is maybe more of a noticeable effect, but it's less 3D.
Yeah, I think it's getting more towards that chorus or slightly vibey kind of world.
Yeah.
That sort of gooey, like, pulsy thing.
To me, that is like a, if you want to play Police songs,
Sure.
that kind of sound, that sounded really cool, which is that kind of in between a chorus and a flanger kind of vibe. Whereas that is a whole different world to me. They're 2 different things.
Interesting. You want to have a play?
Sure. So I've got my Parts Master Caster, Blaster Caster, Master Blaster, Blaster Caster, Master Blaster Caster, which is here. There's a video for that. It gets longer all the
Wrap
time.
it up.
With some fantastic Martin A. Smith pickups and clean. Every time you turn it on, it goes back to that. So. I didn't want to play, it was too many chords, but that reminds me very much of 80s era, very popular songs that were recorded live, and a movie made with it as well. Yeah.
Different animal, isn't it?
Is it too much like Purple Rain? That's that kind of vibe.
I think it's more close to this one.
That was like a big stereo delay.
Yep.
That would sound great. It's different, very different.
So I've gone to the switch, which is the standard mode, I believe, on the...
Which is like the pedal, the Boss pedal.
So see if this is closer.
wonder if they used that sort of stuff, because it was 80s, wasn't it? 80s, late 80s, early 90s? Closer?
I think the standard's definitely closer to it.
That's more like it has a spookier vibe to it. You know, it's like, I don't know. To me, it spookifies a chord. Don't you think? Like it spookifies?
Yeah, a little bit. Yep.
Go back to the other one. It's less spooky, I tell you. I mean, the chords help too, but... Sounds happier straight away.
Yeah.
No, they're quite different. I think generally, they're not. It's not quite the same. So to me, the line 6 is more. It's more like chorusing effect, flanging effect. Whereas the Dimension C is a different animal.
So that width thing, the stereo width.
Wider maker.
And getting things super wide and almost like pseudo outside the speakers kind of effect. Yeah. Which I guess was what the original box was intended to do.
Yeah.
And so it's cool having that, and it's not your kind of straight ahead like chorus that's been done a million times too. If you want something that does some modulation of stereo, this is actually a good effect to use, which isn't chorus 101 sound.
No, it's different. It just makes the sound wider.
And still do some modulation, but not.
It's more subtle.
Yeah.
It's just more of a...
Subtle is the right word.
Well, I think it was used... The actual rack mount one, it was used a lot to... especially back in the days of where you had less stereo kind of vibe stuff. I think they use it a lot of times on things like backing vocals and stuff like that so they're not in the middle, that kind of makes it bigger. And monosynths and stuff like that. So to get to embiggen them. Because I think, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but some of the Roland stuff, like a Juno and stuff like that, synths, had similar things built into it.
I think so, yeah.
To make the monosynth sound wider. But anyway, that's the Dimension C versus the Dimension setting on the MM4. Let us know what you think, what your thoughts were. In the room, to me, they did sound quite different. So
yes, yeah.
That's just my
So
opinion.
I hope that translates when you hold the phones up like this.
Yes. Exactly that.
There's the thumbnail. Thanks for hanging out. And like we said, comments, questions below. What do you think? And I'm sure there's other stuff. We've got another chorus we could try too at some point.
The tri-chorus, yes.
We could try the tri-chorus.
There's a tri-chorus setting on here too.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
So we might just do that.
There's a link below to our Instagram, our Facebook group chat, and a podcast. And check those out if you've got some time and want to check them out. And
we'll most likely be ripping into this video in the podcast.
This topic, yep.
Around about episode 96 or 97. I don't remember if the last one was 95 or 96. It'll be about 90. Let's say 97.
Sure, why not? Cool. Thanks for hanging out. We'll catch you soon. Bye.